In the race for the White House, two recent Fox News polls suggest Hillary Clinton has gained ground on Donald Trump after the first presidential debate. The poll shows Clinton with a 3-point lead on Trump in a race with 4 candidates. That's a slight bump upward from a virtual tie during mid-September. Between two candidates, Clinton has a 5-point lead since the debate. That's a significant swing since mid-September when Trump had a slight 1-point lead before the debate. This could affect Iowa voters as the state starts early voting this week. So will these numbers change how the candidates strategize for the next debate? That's our topic for this half hour, and we want to hear from you on Facebook and Twitter. Joining us live in the newsroom is Fox 26 legal analyst Chris Tritico, Democratic media consultant Mustafa Tamiz, and Harris County Republican Party Chair Paul Simpson. Good morning to you.
Good morning. Thank you, Rashi. This is I've said it before. This is the craziest campaign I've ever watched in my entire career of watching politics, and it's a hobby for me to watch politics. I've got a degree in political science, and it's just the craziest thing I've ever seen. Donald Trump, in my opinion, is the most undisciplined candidate I've ever seen. I don't know if you'll agree with that or not. I thought his debate performance started out with 15 minutes of solid debating skills and then went straight downhill. But what really hurt him was taking the debate on the Miss Universe and spent all week on it, and I thought that really hurt him.
Well, whether or not it hurt him or not, I think what matters in these polls is how the undecided voters are affected by them, and I think that's going to be an ongoing process. We seesaw up and down the next few weeks through this season. But it's true, he's not a politician. Right. And I think that showed. He's not a debater. He's not skilled at these things, and he hasn't practiced. So it's a challenge to be able to stay there and stay on message and stay focused that whole time. But there's a target-rich opportunity in Hillary Clinton and all her problems. So I'm confident he'll change.
But when you're not a politician, shouldn't you listen to those who are experienced and study and practice and get ready?
Yeah, there are a lot of ways to approach this. I think, as I said, I think he's got a target-rich opportunity in all of Hillary Clinton's problems, and he can focus on those a lot more in the next debate.
Will he?
Asking Donald Trump to focus is a difficult venture. Donald Trump is ADD, to say the least. He stays up late night tweeting and retweeting at 3 a.m., 4 a.m., 5 a.m. You wonder what he's obsessed with, and the conclusion basically is he's obsessed with himself. Anything you say about him is incredibly thin-skinned. He can be easily manipulated by foreign leaders, as we've seen what Putin's done with him. He's unstable. He should not be the president of the United States. He's not qualified. He can't even prepare for a debate that's going to be watched by 80 million people. He wants to wing it. He's over 50 or 100 different national security experts, both Republican and Democrats, have written a letter saying that he would be the most unqualified president to ever run for office, Republican or Democrat.
So let me ask you this, because Paul says that Hillary Clinton has some issues that he could attack if he studied, and there are some issues that he could attack if he studied. If he did that and came out in the next debate and hit the issues that the public wants to know about with Hillary Clinton, is there time for him to turn this around and make some inroads?
Look, I mean, I think this could be a close election. It's been a close election. Like Paul said, it's been a seesaw. It's been back and forth, back and forth. And Donald Trump has taken us, into the gutter a number of times. He said the kind of things that nobody's ever said in American politics before. And yes, if he was disciplined, but he's almost 70 years old, and I don't think he's about to change his stripes.
All right, let me go to Rashi. She's monitoring our social media.
Yeah, I got to say, when I'm looking up these tweets, it's kind of hard. People are passionate one way or another, so there is some foul language in some of them, so I can't use that. But when it comes to the polls, people are talking about that for sure. Looking at all of those numbers, this one coming in, add new Fox News poll to the list with largest margin of any of them, 61%, 21% for Hillary. There's another one poll. Should Trump do more to highlight that Hillary attacked women who made allegations against Bill? Now, these are just questions being thrown out. And here's another one. Not a fan of any scientific. It's not polling this cycle, but Trump is holding strong in this LA Times poll. And with the latest revelation with the taxes or lack of taxes that Trump actually paid. It'll be interesting to see what those polls come out and what they say.
The LA Times poll, if you look at Real Clear Politics, the LA Times poll is the only one that is giving Donald Trump a clear edge, a huge edge. It's the only one. Now, I don't know who they're polling or how they're doing it, but it's giving him a 5-point lead, and everybody else is giving Hillary Clinton a lead. I want to talk about Donald Trump is sending signals, and his surrogates sending signals that in the next debate he's going to bring up Bill Clinton's marital issues in the next debate. Is that a good strategy?
I think the best strategy is to focus on what he can do for the country and how the Republican plan would be much better for the country and can help people, you know, raise families, educate their kids, have good jobs, which we can do. The Republican plans can do that. And also to show Hillary Clinton's weaknesses. Mustafa referred to foreign leaders. Well, Hillary Clinton's one who had a foundation, incredibly corrupt foundation, had pay-for-play, taken money from foreign donors. She's clearly been influenced by foreign leaders already and will continue to be so. We talk about taxes, this obsession with Donald Trump's tax returns. Let's talk about her tax plans and how much they're going to hurt the country. And the silliness she brought up at the last debate, claiming that the 2008 financial crisis was caused by tax cuts. There's no economist in the world that would say that. Nobody has said that. So she's clearly bad for the country, and he needs to pound on how the Republican plans, the Republican agenda.
So stay away from Bill Clinton's problems and focus on issues.
Yeah, because we're not voting on Bill Clinton this year.
You agree with that?
Yeah, but is he going to do that? No. I mean, like we were talking about foundations. Look at the moral equivalence. The Clinton Foundation spends about 2/3 of its of world aid drug in Africa is funded by the Clinton Foundation. Donald Trump's foundation pays off the debts that his business incurs in lawsuits. I mean, there's no moral equivalence between what Donald Trump has done than what Clinton's done in public service their entire career. And I do agree there are some serious issues that he can talk about with Hillary Clinton. I mean, I'm a Democrat, and like I say, there are some issues that he can talk about. But he chooses not to. He chooses to play in gutter politics, and he's brought this nation to its knees when it comes to politics.
Okay, 30 seconds left. One quick final thought, and then you get one.
Okay. Final thought on this?
Yeah, final thought.
Well, again, I think that there's just a wealth of target-rich opportunity there for on Hillary Clinton's side for Donald Trump to show the problem is disaster she would be for the country. She'd be another 4 years of Barack Obama. Under her watch, ISIS grew into what it is. Russia's become a terrible problem for us. They need to. She's a failure as Secretary of State.
Just like Jackie.
Republican or Democrat, we should do what's right for the country and not vote for Donald Trump.
All right, we're going to leave it right there. We'll be back next week, wrapping up the hottest stories of the week.
All right, thank you so much for being here this Sunday morning.